What is going on, guys? Jesse504 here, bringing you my LBT Week 3 matchup. Your Chicago Cinders are taking on the Fallarbor Flames, coached by Monster Masher. We are 2-0 in case you missed our previous 2 weeks. We're having a lot of success, unlike the beginning of last season. But I think this is going to be our toughest matchup yet. This is our roster in case you've been living under a rock for some reason and haven't seen it yet. This is what we're rocking with. But let's get into the opponent's roster. Top 6, as usual, what I think are coming. Mega Metagross, Greninja, Tangrowth, Cinderace, Dragapult, Galvantula, Blissey, Hitmonlee, Sableye, Galarian Weezing, and Landorus Incarnate. There's really so many mons that I can see coming. The only ones that I really don't see are Hitmonlee. I can even see like Sableye coming to try to prankster burn my Zation. So like, yeah, really any of these mons other than maybe Hitmonlee I could see coming. But yeah, I really had to prep for so many. And that's kind of like, that's a good thing about Monster's team, but that's also a bad thing because he has like a bunch of mons with great matchups that he's just going to have to leave on the bench. But I think Mega Metagross, his type change core, I think Greninja comes with some damage boosting items. Cinderace comes scarfed. Tangrowth, I think, is probably his way that he's going to try to check Zation. It can do okay against Zation, I guess, but it's not perfect. And then Galvantula, I think he's going to want webs as another potential way to beat Zation. But I think he brings at least one Scarfer, maybe two if he does not bring webs. I could see Blissey coming as a potential answer to Mewtwo. I could see Weezing coming just to try to check my team somewhat with like Levitate to help against Garchomp. I could see Landorus coming as a Scarfer. I really don't see Hitmonlee, but I could see Sableye, like I said earlier, coming to prankster burn my Zation. So let's get into what I brought and why I am bringing it. Starting off, we have the Zation, of course. What would a team be without my Zation? Crunch, Play Rough, Ice Fang, and Behemoth Blade. And I'm just going to address this now. Yes, Zation has things that it's not Oko, but it doesn't have a switch in. Like, this just does so much. Even like Ice Fang Ice Fang isn't the strongest move in the game, but we have it just to kill Landorus. Behemoth Blade can do a chunk to really everything. His resists aren't that many. It's like Greninja, who dies to a Play Rough. What else is there that resists Behemoth Blade? Let me just go check his team. Mega Metagross, which we have Crunch for. What else? I'm blanking. Galvantula, which is a Galvantula. But yeah, Play Rough, Ice Fang, and Crunch really just rock out his entire roster. I couldn't make Crunch and Oko on Mega Metagross, so I just, 2-hit KO. That's fine. But yeah, up next, obviously, we got the Mewtwo. This week, we're rocking Scarfed Mewtwo. I think that this is a great check if he has webs up or if he brings a Scarfer. I don't foresee Scarf Pult coming. Psy Strike, Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball. Psy Strike is just to be able to hit Blissey. Otherwise, that would wall me out. Also just does solid chunks to his team as a whole. Ice Beam is primarily here for Landorus, but it can also hit Dragapult. We also have Shadow Ball to hit Dragapult, but that thing can also be used to hit Metagross. And then Energy Ball is for the Greninja, which resists all of the other moves by default. That's basically just what I thought of. Yeah. But I think that this Mewtwo really has the potential to just come in and do a shit ton to everything. Up next, we've got the Tornadus. Very utility-based Tornadus this week. Almost max HP, almost max speed. Or max HP, almost max speed, a little bit in special attack, timid nature. I value knockoff here a lot. Just being able to get rid of any potential Scarfers, any potential that sort of stuff. Knockoff just does a ton. Being able to cut recovery with leftovers if that's gone. Being able to just know that my opponents aren't going to have some sort of boosting item makes calcing a lot easier. Hurricane, I just needed some strong stab. U-turn is so great on this thing. And then Defog, I really value when there are webs. Some other moves that I was considering, Icy Wind really for the Landorus, but I figured I wouldn't be clicking it too much because Sheer Force boosted, Life Orb boosted Rock Slides do a crap ton to me. Up next, we see my Garchomp, which is a very bulky Garchomp, but it's also fast. Stealth Rock, EQ, Aqua Tail, and Toxic. I need to fix that speed stat, but whatever. I'll do that before the game. Rocks I value a lot. EQ is really nice. Aqua Tail is for the Landorus, which wouldn't be hit by EQ. And then I have Toxic, which is for not really Blissey, because that thing has Natural Cure, and I can hit it physically. But really Tangrowth, I value being able to Toxic. And I'm thinking if his Tangrowth comes, it might come Assault Vest to try to take on Mewtwo. But realistically, I think it comes with Sleep Powder, so I'm fine sacking or foddering Garchomp to sleep. I was tempted to put a Safety Goggles or a Lumberry on here, but I decided that no, I'd just take the Leftovers Recovery and have Garchomp asleep, really cutting that stuff away, because Garchomp can kind of just sit on things. Up next, we've got the INCINEROAR. This thing is, if Galvantula comes, it's my lead. Fake Out into Fire Punch would kill that. Knock is just a great move. Protect is to bait the Cinderace. He might be like, oh, why is he bringing Incineroar in on a Cinderace? I might have been like, oh, wait, he might be Scarfed. But no, I'm just trying to protect, bait a high jump kick to make him take 50%. I figured that would be really smart. And then Fake Out will just do a chunk to a lot of things. Knock, again, like I said with Tornado, is just such a powerful move, being able to get rid of items. I'm a bit high on Knock right now just because of Little Cup, but I still think it's great. And then Fire Punch, I didn't want to be taking recoil on this thing, so yeah. And the reason I'm not Heavy Duty Boots is because his rocks are meh. If I, like, their Landorus and Metagross, I believe, are it, which is like, yeah, that's not too much. And then lastly, we have Vaporeon. This is my Greninja check. It also does a solid job checking Cinderace, but I brought its Spadef specifically to counter Greninja. Wish Teched, Scald, Flip Turn. The mon that I'm most scared of this week has to be the Cinderace. I think that I do a good enough job at denying Metagross opportunities to set up, so Cinderace has to be the scariest thing in my opinion. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the battle. And third time is the charm. We are in battle finally. Leading Incineroar. We see the Galvantula, which is going to be the dedicated lead. And we just go for the Fake Out here. Into probably Webs. The one downside is that I don't think this denies Webs, which is an issue, but it denies it from like getting any damage off after the Webs if he decides to go Webs. And like something else could come in, but like meh. He just goes Cinderace, that's fine. We get 18% on that. Now I'm gonna go for the Protect as we see him go for a U-turn already. Now I will make the play and go into my Garchomp. I wish he just fired off a high jump kick. He U-turns. We get solid chip off with Rough Skin as he goes Tangrowth. I just want to fire off a Toxic into that thing. Perfect. And then we'll fodder ourselves off. Or he just Leech Seeds actually. I'll just get my rocks up here as he potentially seeds again. He just goes Sableye. That's fine. I'll get my rocks up. Now I'll go into Incineroar because Prankster doesn't do anything. We'll intimidate. Okay, he just goes for Toxic, but Prankster is fine. So he could be Toxic and Wisp, but that would be iffy. I'm just gonna fire off a knockoff here. Pretty much downside free. I'll get an item. Tangrowth, what item are you? Probably lefties, right? Yeah, we already saw them. Now I'll just fire off a Fire Punch. Yeah, he probably seeds me or tries to at least, but doesn't really matter. Fire Punch is really free here. That just Tangrowth is such a mean bitch. I'm going to I'm just gonna go out into my Tornadus. He sleep powders me, that's fine. I'll just try to burn a turn or two of sleep, I think. Okay, he just goes to Metagross. I'll go out into my Incineroar. Clear Body drops or blocks the drop as he goes for Agility. That's fine, I think. I'm just gonna go out into my Garchomp. I don't think this 6-0s me here. I'll go Garchomp. He probably is packing what? Meteor Mash, Zen Headbutt, or Bullet Punch. He's not packing Bullet Punch on an Agility set, right? I just need to find... now it's Tough Claws, so had I just waited for my Incineroar, he just goes Sableye, that's fine. Solid. I'll just make a mid-ground and fire off a Toxic here. He goes Dragapult, that's fine. I'll go to Torn here to try to maybe burn a turn of sleep. As he just fires off a Fire Blast. Okay. And now I will hopefully wake up, go for a U-turn. He hits, we live, we don't wake up. Okay. Now I'll go out into my Vaporeon, and we'll have a... I'll go into Vaporeon. We'll regenerate Torn a little bit more. He goes Metagross, that's fine. I'll go Vaporeon, and I'll just fire off a Scald and hope for a burn. Okay, that doesn't do too much. He did get the attack raise, though, which is unfortunate. Can we burn here? No, we don't. I'll Scald again. I should have wished. No burn for a third time? Okay. Well, now I'm going to go Incineroar. Get that attack drop out of here. Perfect. Let's go Knock. Actually, let's go Fire Punch. That just covers the Tang switching. Actually, there's both. Both have merits. I think just Fire Punch. Okay, Sableye. That's fine. I'm assuming he's just going to want to go for a Recover here, but I'll just Knock, get rid of this thing's item as well. Get rid of those leftovers. You know, Incineroar is doing a good job taking items away, so I'm just going to go out into my Torn, try to regen up even more, and maybe possibly get out of sleep. He recovers again. I'll fire off a Hurricane here. We're still asleep. He goes for a Hex. We live. I'll U-turn out into Incineroar. Perfect. Max Sleep was kind of annoying, but we'll live. Hex barely does anything, as I can fire off a Fire Punch. Again, he Toxics into a Dark. I will go out into... I have a way to break this thing. What? Toxic, Recover, Hex, Wisp is the last move, probably, I imagine? He just recovers, that's fine. I'm just going to go out into my Torn again. This is just going to be a long game, I can tell. Once Tang Sableye goes down, he's just completely weakened. Galvantula isn't threatening me too much in my opinion. He recovers, that's fine. I assume he's just going to Toxic me. He misses, unfortunate, sorry monster, and we hit our Hurricane. So now he's forced to recover. I'll U-turn actually on this, get some health back. I assume he wants to preserve himself. He actually just goes for a Toxic, actually. Okay. I said actually way too many times. Oh yeah, because Prankster Recover is a thing. I'm fine going out into my Garchomp and just clicking Quake. He doesn't have a good... I mean, like, he has his Tangrowth, I guess, which is a solid switch into this thing. He just protects, that's fine. He's going Tang right now, probably. But either way, I think I'm just going to fire off another Quake. He recovers. Quake should do a chunk. Does 42. How many recovers does he have left? 11? You see, I'm way too scared that... Oh, wait, he's shown 4 moves. He's shown Protect. This thing can't touch me. What? Which one of these does the most? That is... It's not KOing either way. Wait, what? I was playing... I'm so slow. Oh my gosh. Okay. We'll just go out into our Torn here. Because I need to import these sets. Note to self, don't upload that game until tomorrow. Okay. Okay, we go out into this thing. Sleep Powder will fail. And now we can fire off a U-turn as he goes Pult. U-turn. Sorry for the crit. Oh my gosh. We will go Incineroar. Intimidate. I think he's special. He looks like he's special. I'm just gonna fire off another. Actually, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna Protect. Get some toxic damage off. As he drops a Draco. And I'm pretty sure he is choiced, so I'm just gonna go out into my Zation. Fire Blast is not gonna KO me. The problem here is, okay, he goes Tangrowth, as I'll go into my Zation, and now yeah, this I accidentally put on a little too little attack, but it's fine. What, he goes for Synthesis? Yeah, eventually Toxic will just put him in range. He misses the Sleep Powder. I assume it's either gotta be... Yeah, this thing has to be Scarfed. There's no way it's just not Scarfed. I'm going to go out into my Garchomp. He clicks Pyro Ball. He had to there. Quake is just super free now. Sableye, Garchomp is able to get one. Good job. Quake was just way too free there for me not to take it. Out comes the Mega Metagross. It is carrying Ice Punch 100% of the time. Here, I'll go Incineroar. Also get an Intimidate off. Yep. Perfect. Yep. Knock. And then, really, Zation cleans at this point, other than if that Cinderace is Scarfed. And I'm like 99% sure it is, and we will see. It was Scarfed. Okay. Galvantula. Fire Punch. It just goes for Bug Buzz. Fire Punch should claim. Knock, and then knock again. Or actually, Dragapult just dies to rocks. Looks like this is a 6-0 here. Yeah, that team went crazy. There's no way he forgot. It's just 4 move slot syndrome. But yeah, we pick up a 6-0 win here. Good job, team. Yeah, I'm super happy about how that turned out. Yeah, Mewtwo didn't even do a thing at all. Just team did a lot, which I really like. Early game Mega Metagross scared me, but Incineroar and Vaporeon are super good, especially when Vaporeon's main purpose wasn't even there. So it was super free, just like super expendable, really. We didn't even have to expend it, to be honest, because yeah, sucks that he missed a bunch of moves and got crit a few times, but in the end, I'm not sure how much that really matters. But I would have loved to see what would have happened had I been hit all those times, had I been whatchamacallit. But I think I only clicked 100% accurate moves this entire game, other than one Hurricane. Yeah, and a couple Toxics. Right, yeah, okay. And then he missed Toxic, I think he missed a Seeds, he missed a Sleep Powder, or I'm pretty sure that's how that all went, but yeah. Until next time, Jesse504, out. Peace.